to make this video for a while. Today is October 11th, which is National Coming Out Day, so I decided that today would be a perfect day to make this video, and I'm dedicating this video to a really good friend of mine, and you know who you are, so this video is for you. This video is going to be my coming out story, uh, so if you haven't figured out by now, whether you know me or from watching the beginning of this video, I am a lesbian. I've been out now for about 7 months, and I would not change it for anything. I'm so glad I'm out, and I would not go back and change it. I just wouldn't. I'm the kind of person who doesn't like to hide who I am, so not being out was worse for me than actually being out. The first person I came out to was a girl I was about to date, and obviously that went well because she was lesbian too, and we were going to date, and we did. So that's the first person I came out to. Throughout our relationship, I continuously came out to more people. After I came out to her, the next person I came out to was my mom. I decided my family should be the next people I come out to because I love my family and my family is so important to me. And after this experience, it just shows me how lucky I am to have the family that I do. So the first person I came out to was my mom, and basically I texted her and I said, "Mom, when you get home from work, I need to talk to you." So she got home from work and she came up to my room where I was, and we talked for 3 hours, and I came out to her and told her, and she was perfectly 100% accepting and supportive of it and any relationship I chose to be a part of. She told me whether I was purple, blue, lesbian, straight, 10 feet tall, 2 feet tall, no matter what, she loved me, no matter what, which meant a lot. It was a really great feeling and a really great way to start off the process of coming out. The next person I came out to was my dad, and I'll admit I was a little nervous, actually a lot nervous, to come out to him because sometimes he had made comments about kind of like homophobic comments, even though they were completely just joking comments, but still, that made me kind of nervous. But how me and my mom decided to handle it was she was going to tell him and then tell him to come to me when he was ready to talk about it. So a few days later, after I talked to my mom, I got a text from her that said, "I told Dad and he's coming to talk to you later today." I was laying in bed and I was so nervous. I'm not gonna lie. My hands were shaking. I was just so nervous. I just wanted to get it over with though. But it went incredibly well, and I was so shocked. But I saw a different side of my dad that day, and it was probably the best moment me and my dad have ever had together. And what happened is he came into my room and he took a chair from my desk, sat it down next to my bed, sat on the chair, and he had a dozen roses with him, and he gave me the roses and said, "I love you no matter what, and your mother and my love is unconditional." And that meant so much. And I guess we talked about it a little more, and he said, "If anybody has a problem with it or anybody has something to say to you, just give them my phone number and I'll take care of it." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm so glad you're my dad." Like, that is totally something my dad would say. So coming out to my parents went over really well. I consider myself so, so, so lucky because I know it doesn't go over very well for some people. The next people I decided to come out to was my siblings. I have three siblings, two younger sisters, and one older brother. I came out to all of them individually, and likewise, they were all accepting and loved me for who I am, and nothing at all has changed with my parents or my siblings. Nothing at all. After this, I decided to continue to come out to my friends. I told my closest friends, obviously, first. Um, Most of them were very accepting and they were actually really happy for me for my relationship, and happy for me for coming out and to be able to tell them. And they were like, I'm so proud of you and stuff. There were a few friends who were kind of definitely shocked and not expecting it, and they basically said they needed time to think about it and like come to an understanding of it. But I understood that and I was okay with it. And over time, they eventually they're fine with it now, so that's cool. So I came out to my close friends, and I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you to those friends who I did come out with. You guys know who you are, and thank you so much for loving me and accepting me for who I am. It means way more than words could ever express. And you guys made the coming out process for me so much easier to know you love me still and were there by my side. So thank you for being the great people you are, and I'm so thankful to have you in my life. Um, a lot of people at school eventually figured it out and realized it, probably because of Facebook some, and also the fact that I was in a relationship with a female. So people at school figured out, and a lot more of my friends, I told more friends, even if they weren't close friends, I still told them because I just wanted to come out. I was tired of hiding. I didn't want to hide. I wanted to be who I was. So everybody at school found out. People at soccer found out. All my friends found out. I put it on Facebook, and it's an internal struggle. It definitely is, because you don't know how people are going to take it. And at first, you may be confused, like, why am I feeling this way? This is wrong for me to feel this way. I don't want to feel this way. Whatever thoughts go through your head, it's an internal struggle, and it is incredibly hard. I'm not going to lie to anybody who hasn't come out or who wants to come out. It is hard, but it's worth it. It is totally worth it. You gotta find the strength within you, and just do it. Like Nike, just do it, because no matter what happens, no matter who accepts it or who doesn't accept it, there's always going to be people in this world who are going to be by your side and who are going to support you and love you, and they're going to be there for you no matter what. And a quote I'm just going to throw out there for that, for those of you who are thinking about coming out or struggling with coming out, is that courage is not the absence of fear, but the judgment that something else is more important than fear. And we only live once, and it's a short life. And I believe that life is too short to just hide who you are. Just be who you are, because that's what life is all about. If you're not who you are, it's like kind of like living a lie, or at least living behind a mask. And that's not right. That's not something anybody should do. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind. People who do have a problem with it, forget them. They don't mean anything. If they have a problem with it, that is their problem. That is their fault. This is a progressive society, and they're just going to have troubles. So don't worry about them. They don't mean anything to you. If they don't love you for who you are, then why should you care? You shouldn't. But those who do truly love you are going to accept you for who you are. And that's how I feel about it. So I know I was very lucky with my coming out story, and not everybody is that lucky or has that opportunity. But like I said, no matter what happens, there's always going to be someone by your side. And in the end, everything's going to be okay. And if it's not okay, it's not the end. So it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be scared to come out, but it's all right. It's okay to be who you are, no matter who you are. It's okay. So that's my coming out story. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening.